Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. DA, take it away.
More than 40 years ago, the Oscar Robertson rule ushered in the new era of free agency in the NBA. In the last decade, players have taken personal agency. They've pulled up stakes and forced trades in search of an ideal environment. Now, sometimes for teams on the losing end of that, it's a bitter pill to swallow. But this is the new reality of the NBA. Kevin?
It is indeed, DA. Thank you. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. You look at Memphis. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement.
And for the Grizzlies, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
And we've all thought this. They're just a middle-of-the-road team. The last thing anyone in the NBA wants to be.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Bridges. He's out there with Hernan Gomez. Washington out there with Rozier. And it's Graham in at the shooting guard. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant now in at the guard spots. And it's Winslow in at the three. Smitty, the increased pace of the game, how does that affect players, you think, trying to get through the season in terms of, say, fatigue?
You know, I think for the teams that those coaches understand, they do a great job of playing 10, 11, 12 guys throughout the season. It usually bodes well. It's those organizations that's going 6, 7, only 8 deep. You see those guys start to fatigue, and any injury, then you really see it shows up on paper and on the floor when you're not a deep team.
Lets it go from deep. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, you know, defensively, that's what they're trying to do to Winslow. Turn him into a jump shooter, and he made them pay.
Here's Rozier. 20 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
There's Winslow, and the shot goes in. Winslow's got 5.
Coming hard on the drive, Winslow daring someone to get in his way. That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it. They had some turmoil for the Grizzlies last season. Player confrontations in the locker room, confusion over which Brooks they were including in a trade, Marshawn or Dillon. I think they're happy to turn the page.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. Here's Jackson. He kicks it to Valanciunas. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Almost every move Valanciunas makes, there's going to be some contact. He just plays through it.
When you talk about the turmoil for the Grizzlies last season, the trade talk surrounding Gasol and Mike Conley had to be a distraction.
And come to find out, even the front office and the coaching staff were on the hot seat. They held exit interviews and addressed the media. A few hours later, they were let go. Some awkward moments for sure.
Now here's Morant. 20 points for him last game against Denver. Valanciunas against Hernan Gomez, and the basket is good.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Jackson against Bridges. Clock at 6. Rozier for 3. That one doesn't go. And it's Memphis the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And that one, I thought the guys were out of sync offensively. And on the defensive end, a failure to communicate.
This was a brutal loss. You can point fingers in a number of directions, but the bottom line is they just didn't have it tonight.
Here's Washington following the score by Memphis. Passes it to Bridges. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Adept at maintaining his balance on the way up. Bridges, a strong player who can play through contact.
Here's Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Hernangomez. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
A rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
Charlotte shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, and the confidence Bridges plays with, really admirable. This guy knows he has the talent to compete in the NBA.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Zhang's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Morant. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so Graham will bring it up for Charlotte. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Well, they couldn't buy a bucket at times, and that's frustrating, and that game was not their friend.
Bad shot selection can put you in a hole, which can make you desperate, which can lead to even more bad shots.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Allen's shot is off. Hornets trail by 7. To the middle. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Those are the plays you want from Valanciunas on the defensive end. Didn't hesitate to challenge the shot.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
How about he has yet to miss? 4-4 to start.
And last season, Jonas Valanciunas averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best basketball of his career.
I mean, his scoring per minute through the roof. Rebounding at a career high level. He can dominate inside, especially at that offensive end.
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Allen outside. Winslow kicks to Morant. Hernangomez grabs the miss.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Bridges shot, good.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
And stolen by Graham. Banked in off the glass.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
So it's the Grizzlies now. 6-point lead. Now here's Morant. Rozier defending. They grabbed their own miss.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Morant passes to Jang. Out left to the wing. Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. Second chance shot. And Valanciunas with the layup. Valanciunas has got 6 points.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Graham kicks to Rozier. And the pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's the three. Sinks the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And here's Morant. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Outstanding focus by Valanciunas on the shot. He is just a big, strong player who brushes off opposing defenders.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Anderson, he's checked in for Justice Winslow. And Brooks subbed in for Allen. Hey, Steve, if your team is holding on to a narrow lead, which player do you want defending that last shot of the game?
I would say Kawhi Leonard, Giannis because of his length, Paul George, Draymond Green, and I really love Klay Thompson. Not that he's going to block the shot, but he always stays in position.
Now here's Zeller. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Brooks with it. Now guarded by Monk. Pass to Anderson. And here's Valanciunas. Now here's Morant. And he gets the bucket.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Here's Monk. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Passes it to back to Monk. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morant.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Here is Anderson, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
And let's review some numbers for Batum. He's around 10 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Monk.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
And now it's time to look at our rookie leaderboard and see which of the first-year players are tops in assists during the last month. Ja Morant is second.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Here's Jackson. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Nuggets, that's for sure. Pass to Morant. Outside for Jackson. Launches a three. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Monk with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Just 5 to shoot, and stolen by Jang. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. And there's the pass to Jang. Brooks outside. And the three off target. Hornets trail by 10. Here's Bacon. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Anderson passes to Jackson. Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Here's Biyombo. And the Hornets miss again.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And they get it back. Now Morant. Pass to Jang. Over Monk. Jang, no luck.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
The shot by Monk is no good.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Here's Jackson. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. Batum attacking, and Batum throws it down.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Down low, Morant. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
The Hornets have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Batum. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Allen's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
11 feet away. And Zhang kicks to Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Brooks outside. Allen for 3. Batum grabs the miss.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Low block shot. It's good.
Perfect play to run there to get a clean look.
.40 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Back to Allen. Over Monk. And the shot is long. Hornets trail by 6. .15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And a missed layup. A second chance effort. Biombo. That's good. Now just a 4-point Grizzly lead.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
Right back after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Here's Jackson. On the court for the Hornets. Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Batum is out there with Monk, and it's Bacon in at the small forward. Here's Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Clark. The Hornets pull it in. On the wing, Batum. Brooks covering. And the rejection by Jackson. Off the inbound pass. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please, that's terrible.
And so it's Memphis with it.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
Now here's Jackson, 5 to shoot. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Puts one up from 19. Offensive rebound. Here's Biyombo. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Jaren Jackson. And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Biyombo. Smitty, we're seeing preseason and even regular season games take place overseas on foreign soil. Would you have enjoyed that when you were playing?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I know the travel is an added challenge, and at the same time, you appreciate where the game takes you. It is definitely growing globally, going places you might otherwise never experience, especially in a basketball setting.
Clark for 3, hits it from three-point range. Clark's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Charlotte trailing. And here is Monk. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Back to Batum. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And was last season really the first full season we got to see of Malik Monk? Was given a sizable part of the rotation and showed why he was a lottery pick for this team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. During most of his rookie season, Monk was relegated to the bench.
Not sure if it was development or opportunity. Hard to say for Monk. Fact is, you can see the knack for scoring he has, even if he's a bit of a volume scorer at this point.
Winslow's checked in for Jackson. Charlotte also making some changes. Washington comes in for Dwayne Bacon. And it's Bridges in for Nicholas Batum.
He is definitely disappointed. He couldn't put his team up in front, but at least he knotted this one up.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Now, here's Monk. Right now, he's averaging 11 points a game. Inside. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Winslow dishes to Clark. Brooks outside. It's Allen, top of the key. Pass to Clark. Back to Allen. Over Monk. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Clark. Now it's a 4-point Grizzly lead.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now, here's Monk. Pass to Biyombo. Stolen by Winslow. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, following the score by Charlotte. To the inside, Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The second youngest player in the NBA last season, Jaren Jackson Jr. with an immediate impact. The sky is the limit for this young man.
And the 4th pick in the 2018 draft, Jaren Jackson Jr. with Smitty, tremendous potential.
You know what, Kevin? He's a unicorn. He makes threes, he blocks shots, and he defends out to the three-point line. An ideal modern big man.
Two.
And that one falls for Jackson. Valanciunas is checked in for Clark. And so Jackson nails both of them. So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. 4-point game. And the pass to Graham. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Brooks right side. No good on the triple. For Charlotte, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Rozier, the pass to Graham. Got a piece of it, and out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
You take a look at Bridges. He's definitely got a shot of making it to the top 4 slots this year. We'll just have to see if he ends up moving up.
Listen, I know this guy is hoping he gets the opportunity to be a part of it this year, and it would be a huge disappointment for him if he's not able to showcase some of those phenomenal dunking skills.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. But most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
Yeah, really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders.
Now here's Morant. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Morant's got 6.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
Pass to Washington. Now here's Rozier. He's guarded closely, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Nobody near Allen. Knocks down the 3-ball. Allen's got his second bucket tonight.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
Passes it to Rozier. Kicks it to Graham. Shot clock at 6. Back to Rozier. Releases from 15. The offensive rebound. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Justice Winslow.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Hernan Gomez. Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. He's off on the second.
The 6'9" Kyle Anderson has a 7'3" wingspan. A big asset defensively. Not the most athletic, but he racks up blocks and steals. Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
And you look at Anderson, he likes playing with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he has good ball handling for his size and great court vision. We call him slow-mo, but he can get to the rim on his drives, and he's a good finisher when he gets inside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. Here's Brooks. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Morant. Over Hernan Gomez. And it's Morant missing.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over eager.
Here's Rozier. And he slams it one-handed.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Now here's Morant. He's got 6. And finished off by Morant.
And at 6'3", Morant sure can fly. I love when he gets up and throws it down.
Up top, Graham. Brooks covering. Graham kicks to Rozier. Nice jump shot. Good. Rozier's got 4 points this quarter. Grizzlies have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Morant with it. He's got 8. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Here in the second quarter, he's looking much more comfortable with his offense.
Now the pass to Hernan Gomez. And Charlotte again with the bucket. Now Morant. 10 points for him. Pass to Valanciunas. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Like the way that Valanciunas worked his way to the line on that shot. Never let the defender get comfortable.
The Grizzlies have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
Gorgie Dang's checked in for Memphis. Josh Jackson comes in for Dylan Brooks. Bacon, he's checked in for Charlotte. And so he makes both from the line.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Here's Rozier. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Hernan Gomez trying to break free. Bacon's shot is off.
Aggressive closeout on a great jump shooter. That's how you defend against the 3.
Jackson passes to Valanciunas. He kicks to Morant. Clock at 4. Teardrop shot. Yep, it counts. Morant's got 8 points here in this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Rozier. Puts it up from 15. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Bridges.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
For Memphis, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Now here's Morant. Rozier defending. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. No good on the shot, and Charlotte will go the other way with it. Graham with the bucket. Now just a 1-point Memphis lead. And here's Morant. He's got 12. Outside Jackson. Now here's Morant. Guarded closer. Passes to Jang. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Graham. Goes back up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Thursday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And when you look at that Pacers matchup, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
First one falls for him. Valanciunas hits them both.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Now, here's Rozier. Pass to Bacon. Here's Hernan Gomez, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Jackson in the corner. The Grizzlies with another miss.
With floor spacing at a premium, they need him to hit these shots. Made just that one in the first.
Hernan Gomez passes to Bacon. Hernan Gomez trying to break free. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Clark's checked in. The Hornets also with a sub. Biombo's checked in. And the second free throw, good. 1:39 left in the second quarter. Now here's Morant. Rozier defending. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. And they're able to recover. He gets it in there. And the Grizzlies lead by 4. And so here's Charlotte. .112 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Batum. Zeller trying to free himself up, and he makes that one. Batum's got 6 points. Memphis has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Biombo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Right side, Batum. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Here's Morant following the bucket by the Hornets. Passes it to Jang. Shoots over Biombo. Misses off the right iron. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And he lays in the alley-oop. Zeller's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hornets.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hornets lead by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back from the first half. Been a dandy so far. A dandy. You like that word, Kenny?
You know
it's
what?
a dandy.
My third-grade teacher used to say that all the time.
That you're a dandy.
So this is a dandy of a class.
It is. And this is a dandy of a show. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet, Shaquille O'Neal.
So what's a dandelion?
Well, basically, that's what the class was.
A really cool lion.
Got it.
The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. They took control of the game in the second quarter, coming back to take a 2-point lead into the locker room with them. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, your offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
I think they're playing defense with their hands instead of their feet. Too many times they've been caught reaching and they pay the price. These guys giving up way too many free throws. They need to stop sending guys to the line. Come on.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yes, defensively, what they've done, they've funneled people his way and banking on his ability to intimidate.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Memphis trailing here. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Memphis. Morant now in at the guard spot. Clark is out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Winslow in at the small forward.
And when Morant is cooking like this, it's fun to watch. He burns you in so many ways.
Biyombo with it. Back to Rozier. And it's Morant with the rebound. The Grizzlies shooting for the game at 42%.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season, but for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. The Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Now here's Winslow. He's got 12 for the lead. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Rozier, the pass to Graham. In the corner, it's Bridges. Now Rozier. Here's Graham. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Allen. To the wing right side. Morant with a wide open look. And it's off from 3-point range. The Hornets have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. The pass to Graham. Got a piece of it.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's Rozier missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Now here's Morant, covered by Biyombo. No good from Valanciunas. Hornets trail by 5. Here's Rozier. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Morant. And one of those little spark plug guys Terry Rozier plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
And the first one at the line is good. Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. Monk's checked in for the Hornets. And he makes both free throws. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Winslow. 14 points for him. High arcing shot, but they'll get another chance.
He has the length to send shots back. I like seeing Bridges make his presence felt on this end.
We've got a moment now to go to a rookie watch and find out who among the NBA's freshman class have been the hottest shooters. Fourth, John Morant.
And his confidence is going to keep growing if he continues shooting like he has over the past month.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte, trailing by 4. Kicks it to Bridges. Back to Rozier. The 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Winslow's shot is off.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Now, here's Monk. Defense is right there. Bridges against Jackson. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Charlotte. Memphis leading by 4. And here's Winslow. He's got 14. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And last year, a bit of a pivot for Justice Winslow in terms of his game. Found one of the better ways he could contribute to the team is through his developing playmaking skills.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And for Winslow, he filled in at the point when Dragic was injured last season.
And Winslow looked really comfortable in that playmaking role. We know he struggled with his shooting, but when he can contribute with his passing, it adds another layer to his game.
Now, here's Monk. Pass to Bridges. Passes it to Biyombo. 5 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot off. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Over Jackson. Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Hernan Gomez. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded. Charlotte has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Washington. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, easy call.
That free throw good from Washington. Gorgie Dangs checked in for the Grizzlies. The Hornets also with a sub, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Good on both. Memphis leading. Now here's Winslow. 16 points for him. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Gomez has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Cody Zeller's checked in for Miles Bridges. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And for Memphis, they're shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Valanciunas with the ball. 13 points in the game. Six to shoot. He dishes it to Morant. Shoots from the elbow. Gomez grabs the miss. It's a close game here in Memphis. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To end the run. That's tipped.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Batum passes to Monk. Back to Batum. Charlotte moving it around. Gomez. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Morant with it, and Zeller picks him up defensively. Morant passes to Jang. To the paint. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Just superior focus for Morant. His determination is what allows him to convert through contact. And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Kyle Anderson comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and Josh Jackson subbed in for Justice Winslow. And that one misses. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Now, here's Monk. He kicks to Batum. Down low, and Jang with the block. Allen outside, and slam dunk by Allen.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Here's Monk. Another shot. Here's Zeller. Feeds to Monk. On the wing, Batum. Shoots it. Misses off the left iron.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Tries yet again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Morant is great at putting pressure on defenders, which in turn draws contact.
Grizzlies have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
shooting 2.
That's good from Morant.
Showing natural leadership skills, Morant has developed great rapport with his teammates.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Hornets trail by 3. Now Monk. Outside Batum. Stolen by Jackson. The finish. And Jackson throws it down hard.
In the fast hands of Jackson, just a menace on defense. Has the potential to be a dangerous defender.
Now here's Monk. And the rejection by Jang. And he's able to get it back. There's the feed to Allen. Batum with the steal. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. Free throw good, Nicholas Batum. And the Hornets making a change here. Graham's checked in. Both free throws good from Batum. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Here's Morant. 21 points in the game. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morant's got 11 in the second half.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Now here's Batum. 13 points in the game. Over to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Graham, the pass to Batum. Over Allen. And the Hornets miss again.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Morant, and again it's Memphis with the 3.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Graham kicks to Batum. The pass to Zeller. Out to the wing from 18 feet away. Rebounded by Jackson.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
Pass to Morant. With the teardrop, and he sinks the layup. And now it's a 10-point Grizzly lead.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Passes it to Zeller over Anderson. No good, unable to end this run. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break, and stolen by Zeller. Batum dishes to Graham. 1:35 left in the third. The 3. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And it's Morant missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Graham.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
1:10 left to play in the third. And here's Morant. 28 points for him. Now the dish to Jang. Unloads from 13. No good there. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Memphis leading by 8. Anderson with the ball, and Zeller picks him up defensively. Anderson passes to Allen. Dishes it to Jackson. Kicks it out to Allen. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Batum. And again, Memphis no good. Hornets trail by 8. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. Now here's Morant. Takes a shot at the elbow, off the mark. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Hornets, inside Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Batum. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2 guard. Morant with the steal. Here's Clark. The Hornets pull it in. Rozier with the ball. Pass to Zeller. The 9-foot shot. Yes, that goes in. Here's Morant. There's the pass to Jackson. It's deflected. Graham surveying the floor. And the rejection by Jackson. And the dunk by Zeller. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Morant passes to Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
Now, here's Rozier. Kicks it to Batum. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And there it is for him.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's Graham. Out to the right wing. Here's Rozier. The teardrop falls in.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Here's Morant. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
The explosiveness on the drive. Morant just attacks the D with aggression.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. And Memphis making a change here. Winslow's checked in. The Hornets also changing it up. Bridges, he's checked in for Zeller. And Washington subbed in for Nicholas Batum.
It was crucial to add to their lead and make it a two-possession game. And he did enough there at the line to make that happen.
Now Bridges, back to Rozier. Clock at 6, fires for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Clark's got 6 rebounds in the game. He feeds it to Jackson. Bridges with the board.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And that one falls for Graham. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jang. Both good from the line that time. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Clark. Pass to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Graham. Offensive rebound. Valanciunas. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Love the aggression that Valanciunas showed there. He welcomed the contact inside to get to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Allen's checked in for the Grizzlies. And he sinks the second. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now, here's Rozier. Defense right on him. Pass to Graham. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 5 assists tonight.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Now here's Winslow. Top of the key, Morant. Back to Winslow. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Allen. Over Graham. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Hornets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
That's what a star talent does. If Bridges wants to fulfill his potential, he's got to attack. Use that quick first step.
The Grizzlies have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Here's Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. And so Graham will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. The pass to Washington. And here's Biyombo. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Rozier. Here's Bridges. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Now here's Morant. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
The persistence of Valanciunas paying off in a big way on the glass. He is just a tremendously hard worker.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, guys. I was able to catch the message James Borrego gave to his team. He said they've played well in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second-chance opportunities. And that, he said, is the difference in this game. They have to get busy on the glass, Kevin.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Here's Morant. He's off on that one. Hornets have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Washington. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Now here's Morant.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
And he's letting a lot of points get away at the free throw line tonight. It's got to be frustrating to have all that hard work not pay off.
Good on the second free throw.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
Rozier looking around. He kicks it to Graham. Here's Washington. That 3 off the mark. The Grizzlies shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Here's Winslow. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Bridges has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Graham. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
That free throw missing. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Bismack Biyombo. He hits the second from the line.
You know he wanted to knock down all his shots at the line, but he still did enough to put them in front.
Now here's Morant. Rozier defending. The floater. They get it back. Misses the layup.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Passes it to Winslow. Poked away.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
And the rejection by Jackson. The wide open shot from Hernan Gomez. Goes up again. The shot, no good. Nice D from Valanciunas. Now here's Allen. He's covered closely. Valanciunas. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And the rejection by Jackson. Winslow kicks to Allen. Feeds it to Valanciunas. Second shot opportunity. That's his 7th miss in 12 shot attempts. Charlotte in the lead. Graham with the ball. No good with the layup. Now Allen. Inside. Valanciunas got a piece of it. Allen against Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And solid at just cutting through the defense. Give Bridges a lane, and he'll make you pay.
Here's Morant. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Miles Bridges.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he can be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient. It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Out to the right wing. They could use a bucket. And it's Morant missing. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And that one is good. Bridges has got the lead up to 7 now for the Hornets.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Now here's Morant. Rozier defending. Allen trying to break free. No good from Valanciunas. Charlotte leading by 7. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Morant dishes to Valanciunas. But they recover it. Sinks that one from the post. Valanciunas has got 5 points now this quarter.
That's where Valanciunas is a handful, inside and on the block.
Here's Graham, defended by Allen. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Morant.
No stranger to big moments. Morant wants to be the man to take and make the big shot.
Now, here's Rozier. Here's Graham. And it's sent back by Allen. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And so it's Charlotte with it. And here is Graham. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Rozier kicks to Hernangomez. Rozier with the steal. Up top, Hernangomez. Valanciunas grabs the board.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team, and sometimes you just try to do too much. Locked and loaded, Winslow with the steady hand as this game heats up.
Here's Graham. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Hernangomez passes to Rozier. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 5. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Second chance shot. Hernangomez grabs the miss, and that's an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Productive trip to the line extended their lead.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They trail by 7. 20 seconds left in the game. And so here's Memphis. The Grizzlies with another miss. Now here's Rozier. And so it's Charlotte with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.